All right, I do believe we are live. Welcome, everybody, to another edition of Yankees. Hold on, let me flip this up a little bit. It's kind of cutting off top of my head. To Yankees Live to a Chitty-Chat. If you've never been here before, it's just a little conversation between myself and my viewers and other viewers between themselves. It's just a place to come in the day for an hour and have a break from reality, actually. Or, just the real world where most people aren't into freedom. So it's a good place to come and have a chat. So that's what it's for. If you got anything you want to say to each other, do it in live chat. It's just carry on conversations over there. You don't got to pay attention to me or talk to me. Talk to each other. Now, if you do want to talk to me, the only thing I ask is that you... My son just flushed his toilet. The only thing I ask is that you put at the Yankee Marshal in front of your question or your comment. That way I can see it. It pops a little red box up around it, and I can see that that comment is directed at me. You can do that with each other's screen names too. But if you're talking to me, definitely put at the Yankee Marshal in front of it so that I can see it's from me. The only other thing I ask is that you do not repeat questions. Only put a question in there once. You can ask as many different questions as you want and make as many different comments as you want, but only put them in there once, because if you repeat them, my chat jumps to the bottom all the time and I have to fish back up to where I was. And if comments are repeated, it makes it really hard for me to do that. So only once per question, please. Now, I will try to answer all of those. If I cannot, I apologize, but sometimes we run out of time. Sometimes I get distracted. Sometimes I go on a weird, incoherent rant. Sometimes I just get confused and don't really know what's going on. And I might miss some questions. If that happens, I apologize. If you've got a question or a comment you definitely want answered or definitely want addressed, or you just want to donate to the Pets and Vets Fund, you can do a super chat. Super chats get priority as far as being answered. Doesn't matter how much they are. $2, $20, they get treated the same. They get priority as far as being answered. I try to answer them more in depth. The only difference is if you donate $4.99 or more, not only do you get your question answered, but you also get an entry into the friend drawing, which should be in, I don't know, 1 or 2 days. I don't know how many days there are this month. I know today's my son's birthday and my sister's birthday. My sister and my son have the same birthday. My much older sister, which is odd because she was born way after me, because I remember when she was born, but she's somehow much older than me now. What was I going to say? I forgot where I was at. I was talking about birthdays. Oh yeah, I don't know if it's 1 or 2 days until the drawing. We'll see. But if you do get entries into the friend drawing and you get your name drawn at the beginning of the month, what you get is you get to be the friend for the entire month, which this month it's Peter D. Peter D, I guess he gets to be the friend today and tomorrow, and then that's it for him. He's not special anymore because someone just said there's 31 days this month. And not only do you get to be the friend for the entire month if you win, but you also get to spend a gift certificate worth several $100s retail, $800 actually retail. Wherever you would like to spend it. It's basically like cash. As long as it's legal, I'm up for it, which has been my philosophy on most things in life. So let's get on over. And your internet connection, some string and soup cans. I wish I had that good a connection out here. I have literally got DSL service, which is outdated in itself. And my service is up to 1 megabyte down and up to 0.3 megabytes up. And that's not gigabytes, that's megabytes. Like when you get a gig service, that's 1,000 megabytes, I get 1. So, and that's if it's a good day. And 3 up is wishful thinking usually. All right, here, let me get this window closed so I can see what's going on here. Let me go over to the chat, see if there's anything coming in. Before that, I do have a super chat coming in from, why don't they put these up on the thing when you click on them up here instead of just putting them. But I got a super chat coming in from E Honda. This is going to be something crazy, I'm sure. Gay Frog chat starts after your show. We are talking Nazi UFOs tonight. But he said N-A-Z UFOs. Because I guess you can't type Nazi in these. If you want a link, I will send you one. No, it's my son's birthday. I got shit still got to do. We just ate. We're going to do cake and stuff after my chat, but we just ate. We grilled steaks because my son wanted steaks for his birthday. On their birthday, they get what they want. And we don't eat beef and pork anymore, but they were like, I want steak. My son was. So that's what he's having. That's what we had, actually. Very good, too. Oh, man, I got 3 ribeyes and 4 New York strips from Costco. And don't ever think Costco has cheap meat, because they do not. It was like $140 for those steaks. For 7 steaks was $140. But they were so fucking good. Oh my God. They just melted in your mouth. They were so good. So sometimes it helps, it pays to pay a little extra for your meat, you know. But it was really, really good. Also today I got really busy because we had to take Sherman to the vet. For those who don't know, Sherman's our little orange kitty. He's about a little over 2 years old now. We got up this morning, he was under the couch screaming. So we got him out from under there. He wasn't having a good day, and then we rushed him to the vet. He pooped in the car, so we thought he was constipated too. He started acting a little better. We got him there. Turns out he's got a bladder obstruction. He's going to have to be in the hospital for a couple of days. They just called us a minute ago and said they catheterized him. They got his bladder drained, and they're trying to get rid of the obstruction, blah, blah, blah. And they went ahead and charged us what the minimum charge is going to be, which was $1,773. So that ain't great at all. But hopefully he's going to be okay. They said he should be fine. So I told my son, we could get a new cat for free, and he was not having that at all. It's his cat. So he said, Sherman is not replaceable. And I was like, no, you're replaceable. I'm like, if I decided I was going to get rid of you, I'd just go adopt another 17-year-old. I'm sure there's lots of them out there who would love to be adopted. So, but hopefully he'll be doing better after costing us probably going to be a little over $2,000 by the time we're done. Yeah. But at least we can pay it. That's the thing. That's what savings is for. Josh Benware donated to the Pets and Vets Fund and says, hey, bud, my friend offered me $1,000 for my 686 Plus with VZ grips. I love it, but it's become a safe queen the last year. Would it be dumb to part with? Here's the thing. I don't ever think it's dumb to part with any gun, no matter how good it is, if you don't use it and you think you could get something you would use for it. So I'm all 100% okay with you selling whatever you want to sell to buy something better. Like if I had what I think is the best gun in the world, or let me say like I had something that other people think is awesome, like a P7 or something, which I've had. And I'm like, I'm going to sell this P7 and get me a Beretta 92. Some people would be like, oh, you're so fucking stupid. Why would you? Because I would never ever use the P7, and a Beretta 92 Elite LTT would be my favorite gun. So of course I would trade it or sell it and buy the other. So no problem with that. Your birthday is one day off from my birthday. Your son's birthday is one day off from my son's. And my other son's birthday's in about a week, about 8 days. So who was hotter, Sharon Stone in Casino or Michelle Pfeiffer in Scarface? I wouldn't be able to say specifically because I have never seen Casino and I've never seen Scarface. So, never had any desire to see either of those movies. So, I would have to take someone else's word on it who's seen both movies, I guess. Oh, he said Danny Sharon Stone is my favorite actress down here. For some reason, I read that as Danny DeVito is my favorite actress. I think I saw it that way because I've been watching a lot of Always Sunny in Philadelphia lately. I started back at like season 1 and I've been working my way through them all again. And I'm on like season 12 now. Because it's something I can watch that doesn't require internet. Because I just set it to record all of them and they just played a marathon of them and it recorded every one of them. So I just set it to not delete any of them. So my DVR, probably about 2/3 of its memory right now, is held up with about 80 episodes of Always Sunny in Philadelphia. And that's because I've deleted seasons 1 through 3 already. Let me go over here to the live chat, see if anything's coming in. What did your shirt say in the thumbnail? In the thumbnail? Oh, the one where I was shooting yesterday? That's when it says, you may ask yourself, what is this beautiful house? Where is my large automobile? Blah, blah, blah. I was at Barefoot Beach in Naples, Florida today. A rabbit ran across my path. It was literally a beach bunny. I guess it would be. The Dave Chipman at Waco photo is fake. Yes, I saw that. I looked at it the other day and I'm like, yeah, that's fake. It's not fake. It's just not him. It doesn't look anything like him. I mean, it's got a vague resemblance to him. But for one, he is a fat barrel-shaped guy with stringy arms and no muscle tone. That guy was in shape. He's never been in that type of shape. Because even though I am a fat load now, fat out of shape load who's never worked out in, hasn't worked out in forever because my shoulders are so bad, you can still see that I used to be in shape when you see me. I still got broad shoulders, broad back, blah, blah, blah. He's never been in great shape. And that guy doesn't look that much like him. It doesn't even, it's just, why do people, it shows you how quick to easily be fooled people are. And it's usually people that are the most, we got to be free thinkers and we got to be prepared. And they are the first people to suck down any false information they're fed that feeds their bias. I'm sorry, the right is so quick to do that. I think maybe it's because they're older, maybe. And the left is more, they question things more. Even the far lefties, they don't trust anybody. They turn on their own even. But the ones on the right, for some reason, will just accept anything that supports their bias, even if it doesn't make sense. So, like the Democrats are eating babies and worshiping Satan. They'll believe that shit. Oh my, that's why QAnon is so big, because the right is more than willing to believe that shit. And I'm just like, what the fuck is wrong with people? I've seen a thing the other day that like a quarter of all Republicans believe QAnon is real. And over half of them think Donald Trump won the election. And I'm just like, oh my God, Republican Party's not doing too well. And that's horrible. We need something that equally opposes the Democrat Party. What internet type are you using? It's DSL. It's all you got up here. That and satellite don't work for this. Too big a delay. My satellite service is better. I can watch movies and stuff on satellite, like in the house. I can watch YouTube and watch movies and stuff like that with no real problem. But live chats just don't work. Are you doing a vet gun for Memorial Day? If so, I'm in need of a cheap RIA revolver. We are not doing vet guns again unless money goes back up and we can start doing vet guns again. But nope, that program is on hold until well, I doubt income's going to go back up. So I don't know if it'll ever be put back on, but. Someone put something in my gas tank that plugged my fuel up. When I changed the filter, the fuel fizzed on the asphalt. I burnt my arm. Would Drano do that? Looking for a new truck. I don't know. I've never seen anyone put Drano in a gas thing. Sugar, usually, because that hardens up. I don't know if Drano would kill your carburetor, I'm sure, but I don't know about anything else. Danny says, I know someone who genuinely believes the earth is flat and that Biden is a clone of JFK and JFK is alive. I buy some conspiracies, but that everything is. What? That was Danny. I don't think he finished his sentence right there. I got nothing, said Dale Rickety. Hadn't seen Dale Rickety in a while. Yeah, there's people that just believe fucking anything. I mean, I understand wanting to believe some things. Like, people who want to believe in UFOs. Because, you want to believe something out there that's, interesting. or people that believe in religion because they want to believe something happens after they die. They can't deal with the fact that they're insignificant and mortal. Uh, so they have to believe something else. But just all this conspiracy bullshit. I was in military intelligence, and I tell you, there's two types of government secrets: those that have already got out, and those that'll get out soon. Because it's almost impossible in today's age to keep a secret. So to pull off these grand conspiracies everybody thinks are existing would just be impossible. Like the guy who went to the pizza parlor with the gun because he was going to get them Democrats eating babies and stuff in the basement, and there's no fucking basement to the place even. But then they still keep believing everything QAnon says. Trust the plan. It's been his plan to make everything he said up until now not happen so that people would be thrown off the trail. You weren't. It's just so stupid. If that what had been the plan, why would you say that was the plan now? Because now then people would not be thrown off the trail. They don't have any fucking sense whatsoever. And yes, I know that loses me subs when I say the QAnon people are fucking retarded, but I don't want fucking retarded people here. I got to put up with Pinch Me Vampire. That's bad enough. I don't need other retarded people here. He's harmless. So, speaking of which, he just said, "For your orange pussy." Someone just asked also if are you going to do a fundraiser for your cat? No, I'm not going to do a fundraiser for a cat. I pay my bills. I don't like it when like a gun channel or someone will say, especially ones that I know make lots of money, like lots of fucking money. My dog is sick and I need to raise money from you all to take care of my dog. I'm like, take care of your own fucking dog. You make $1 million a year. So take care of your own fucking bills. But I just don't like that. I mean, it's one thing if someone comes on and goes, my animal's sick, I can't pay it. I don't make enough money to pay it. But here, if you've got 1 million subs on YouTube, you make enough money to pay it. So pay your fucking vet bill. Dun, dun, dun. I have even seen, and I'm not going to say who it was, but I've seen a gun channel on here take up donations so that they could buy a sports car and modify it and then do videos on them modifying it. And they raised a lot of money. Probably paid for half the car. I was like, good Lord, people will just donate to anything. Let's see here. Where am I at? We got a super chat coming in from DM Faust, who said, just because. Well, Dale Rickety's here now. You're stealing his shit. And he's here today to catch you. So, but he's got nothing. He doesn't say just because. He got nothing. Who was it said just because? I think it might have been Dale Rickety too, but then he settled on I got nothing. What are you doing? Oh, I read that. How do you prepare your homemade burgers? What I do is I usually just put a little Dale sauce in the meat. Just when you got the meat in the bowl, pour a little Dale sauce in it. I'll tell you what's really good in it, just a little bit of onion, powdered onion or dehydrated onions in it. Pretty good too. But I don't really do a lot to it. I want to taste the meat. I want to taste the meat. I never understood people who like, yeah, you season the fuck out of this and then it'll taste good. I'm like, well, then it didn't taste good to begin with. Why are you eating something that doesn't taste good to begin with if you got to season the fuck out of it? Peter D said, I sent you an email if you're willing to look. Nothing super special. And 2, is it cool if I pick the number for the friend in a couple of days? That's fine with me if you want. I saw that you sent me something, but I can't get it to download yet. I saw that you sent something, but I can't get it to download. Because you're right, your email's right above the one from the vet where they just say, we just charged you $1,773.07 to East Patton Animal Hospital. Which, one of the nurses that works there, her husband, watches our show, and he's actually a former TYM Triple P recipient. I didn't know that at the time he won, that his wife worked at our vet. Let's see here. The 1st of June is Tuesday. Yes. If by chance Shipman does get confirmed and they somehow manage to get a ban on AR-15, what does that mean for the hundreds of millions in the hands of law-abiding citizens? There's no way they could ever pass anything that required confiscation. Just would never, ever, ever happen. No way they could sell that to people. They would never get elected again. They know that. So they would never win a southern state ever again, Georgia, etc. So they know that. So that would never happen. The people who have them would just keep them, and just people wouldn't be able to buy any new ones. But that ain't happening right now. There's no will for an assault weapons ban in Congress, for a semi-automatic gun ban. Larry in OKC said nothing. He just donated the Pets Vets Fund, got an entry in the friend drawing, but didn't say anything. In a gathering of 23 random people, there's a 50% chance that 2 people have the same birthday. I bet 1,000 that 2 people in this chat have the same birthday. I don't know where that math comes from. I'd have to figure that. I'd have to work out that equation. Because you have 365 possible birthdays. So if you took a random selection of 23 people, that's 23 over 100 or 365. And then you'd have to figure out probability, which is the hard part. So I don't feel like doing that right now. What do you think about the 92X Performance Defense RMR cut and no light rail? Well, I mean, I like light rails on mine because I like the way they look. They just look badass. I've got the RMR cut slide, which, you know, it's the frame that has the light rail or not. But I've never seen the one you talk about that doesn't have a light rail. I mean, I guess that's a new, from Beretta, one of their new models or variations, I guess I should say. But I was just out shooting the Beretta today, actually. I got into a bad habit of shooting again the last few days, and I'm going to be shooting again tomorrow. Got a friend to come over to shoot his new gun. So, been using up some of my ammo. Luckily, I found 2 boxes of 9mm in my bag that I didn't know I had in there. And I paid $10 a piece for them, for 50-round Full Metal Jacket boxes of MagTech ammo. But 2 $10 a piece boxes of MagTech. I wish I could get 100 rounds for $20 right now. If they get to eat what they want, what if they ask for stripper coochie with whipped cream? No, they know no drugs and prostitutes. I always tell them every time I give them money, because I gave my older son his birthday money, and I said, no drugs or prostitutes. You have to choose one or the other. And he's like, well, what about drugs on prostitutes on drugs? And I'm like, well, I assume that's what you're going to get. But, and they said, well, what about drugs for prostitutes? I'm like, well, it's your money. First time on chat. Regular visitor. Just got home from Bigfoot hunting. Never saw a thing. Well, I hope you were hunting with a camera. Do you have pet insurance? No. Where am I at? I just jumped all the way to the bottom. Hold on. I got to pan back up. Hold on. Eric Hausenauer did a super chat. That's what made me jump to the bottom. And said, for the pets and the vets. For the pets and the vets. Where am I? I'm trying to pan back up, find where it was. How has your Bond Arms Bullpup 9 kept up? It's doing fine. It's right there on the wall. I shoot it every now and then. It's fun. I had to mention it in a post last night. Someone asked me when I showed that the Fort Scott 9mm just goes through level 3A body armor like a hot knife through butter at 30 feet. They were like, oh man, does that ammo have any problem? Does your gun have any problems loading that ammo? I'm like, well, no. The only problem I've ever had with this ammo is that my Bond Arms will not fucking load it. For no reason will it load it. I don't know if it's because it's a spun bullet or something. I don't know what it is, but it will not load it for any reason. But every other gun I have, it functions perfectly in. Larry in OKC donated to the Pets and Vets Fund again and didn't say anything. I think he might be having trouble getting the buttons hit right. Just type your question in somewhere and just put at the Yankee Marshal in front of it. I'll see it. Then we got Back Alley Prostate Exam says, what sauce on your burgers? Dale sauce. What the fuck is that? Dale sauce is a seasoning or a marinade. It's basically soy sauce and salt and garlic and onion powder and all this other stuff into like a brown seasoning. It's really good. Dale sauce is good. If you haven't used Dale sauce, you should try Dale sauce. Especially if you get a little char to the Dale sauce and it gets in the fat. Oh, that's so good. But yeah, it's good stuff. But what sauce on my burgers? You mean other than Dale sauce? I don't put sauce on my burgers. I usually eat my burgers one of three ways. If I'm having just a burger and fries or something, I'll get my burger with lettuce, tomato, mayonnaise. Oh, we don't eat burgers anymore, really. But when I did, lettuce, tomato, mayonnaise. That's just how I like mine. Cheese, lettuce, tomato, mayonnaise. If I'm eating two burgers at home, like if it's just at home and I'm just having a burger, I'll get one that's just double cheese and one that just has ketchup on it. And I'm happy with just a burger with ketchup and one with double cheese because I like the taste of the meat. MKJO says vets, and pets. That's tomorrow's Memorial Day, so. What treats do you give your dogs? Be wary of anything from China. That's a rule of thumb you already know. Or yeah, I won't buy any treats unless they're made in America. They got to be domestically produced. I don't want no melamine in my. Wait, if anything, what are you doing to prepare for the increase of inflation? Just not going to buy a lot of stuff I need during the time period where the economy's trying to catch up. That's all you basically got to do is stand down for a couple more months and you'll be fine. Because this is an artificial bump caused by a pandemic and a stagnant production. So, last night you mentioned the 115 grain 9mm Liberty round was great at penetrating Kevlar. Does it pretty much lose most of its energy and fragments after penetration though? No, it's a solid copper round. It maintains its full size and weight and then goes through 5/8 inches of plywood and then still moves a large steel target. So yeah, it doesn't lose much going through the vest. In fact, you can hear when I shoot it. Here, let me see. I'll hear. It just, the whole page went away. It just whoop, went to a blank page and nothing going on. But here, hold on one second. I got to get a super chat here. I think I saw. Glanaril? Isn't that something you take for constipation or something? What's your opinion on a 4-inch revolver for EDC with the Manhurin coming out? I'm wondering if you'll be carrying one. I love 4-inch revolvers for carry. They're awesome. I like my 329 as a carry gun. I like my 4-inch Chiappa as a carry gun. I think they're fine. I like them a lot. They're awesome. What was I getting ready to do? Oh, let me go to my photos. Hold on. Photos. Let me go to imports. Let me get away from that. See if I can find the right one. Okay, here we go. Can y'all hear this? Let's see if you can hear this. Can you hear the metal ping? That's because the bullet is going through the level 3A body armor, through 5/8 inch plywood, and then hitting a steel target behind it. That's what you're hearing there. I think another super chat came in. Hold on. Dominic Cook, see an easy to read name. How have we get M855A1M to us on commercial market? You're not. Just say that. Unless you're extremely wealthy, just be wealthy. That's all you gotta do. Just be really wealthy. Let's see here. Where am I at? Lost my place. Hold on. A cop would have to do something that's so openly and blatantly egregious that nobody in their right mind would do in order for a bootlicker to think they're in the wrong. Even then, they'll find some reason for it. I've seen them make excuses for cops who just blatantly did something disgusting, but they don't care. It's just like watching one racist make excuses for another one when they do something overtly racist. I own a Beretta 92S that's in great shape except for some scuffs on the grips. Where can I find some original replacement grips? Well, your best bet's going to be like a gun broker or eBay. eBay's also a good place to look for original parts like that. But those would be your best bets. What do you think is the better carry gun? Wilson Combat Carry P320 versus P229 versus P320 AGX Classic. Well, that P320 AGX is fucking awesome. The trigger's awesome. The gun is awesome. Shoots great. I think I'd go with that one myself. Although the P229 is awesome if you want double action, single action, but you're comparing two striker fired guns to a double action, single action hammer fired gun. So assuming you want more of a traditional striker fired gun, well, then that one doesn't belong in the mix. But if you like double action, single action better, well, then that one should win because the other two aren't double action, single action. So they shouldn't be in the mix. I don't think anyone believes in Q. I think you're absolutely 100% wrong. Some of these people are very much believers. It's my birthday. Wish me birthday or I'll steal your guns. You ain't steal my guns. Not unless you can walk through walls and you're bulletproof because you ain't getting in here. Where was I at? Hold on, I'm trying to find. Hey Yank, finished watching Justice League Dark Apocalypse. Man, that was kind of messed up. I wouldn't know. Dominic Cook, also shout out from Seattle. Any thoughts on the new open carry law during permitted demonstrations? I think it sucks that you can't open carry during a demonstration or on Capitol grounds, but at least we can still conceal carry. That's more than some places can do on Capitol grounds. A lot of people can't even go into their state house, their congressional building, without armed. At least we can do that. Will polishing my Parkerized finish to chrome create a rust issue in my gun? It's likely to cause a rust issue, but here's the thing, it depends on how much you polish it. If you polish it to a brilliant shine and keep it that way, well, then you probably won't ever have any rust issues because polishing a metal to where it's flat like that, because that's how it gets the shine, and you flattened out all the imperfections in the metal, it's about as good at preventing rust and stuff as a finish, because what the finish does is kind of fill in the openings and keep stuff from sitting in there and building up and corroding and blah, blah, blah. So a high polished gun usually is as resistant to corrosion as most finishes, sometimes better. Got my patch today. Thank you. Very cool. Going to put it on my boonie hat. Hypothetically speaking, if I was bitten by a werewolf, we'd kill you. We'd have you put down. How long would I have? Not long. Go quick. And should I take my socks off beforehand? Well, I mean, I don't know about taking your socks off. They're going to rip off anyway. So, I mean, I guess you could. I mean, if you know you're going to turn, take your clothes off. Don't ruin your fucking clothes. I swear to God, I bet you how many werewolf moms have to yell at their kids for changing in their good clothes. You know, for transforming in their good clothes. Ugh. Don't ruin your fucking clothes. Is Starlink internet an option? No. It seems like it's going to change the world for those in rural areas. Not so far. And if you read the reviews that are not on websites that take advertising from them, they ain't good so far. In fact, the consensus seems to be good when it works. But about 60% of the time, it doesn't work. You don't get any signal. So, not looking great from what I'm reading from people so far. But they say when it works, it's fucking awesome. But it doesn't work often, and you can't count on it. Like, you can't plan an evening of watching TV because you don't know if you'll have internet service. It's not that our government doesn't conspire against us. It's that it's usually not in secret, but rather open and on the floor of Congress. Well, they convince you that that's what's good for you, that that's what you want. The media keeps showing what happened on January 6th, 2021 is demonizing the militias as much as they can, their main goal, so people won't want to be on their side. No, it's purely about attacking the Republican Party right now and going after Trump. I don't think that they really mention much about militias. They talk about the Proud Boys. They're not a fucking militia. I haven't really seen many militias mentioned. I've just seen it all be about the Proud Boys and and Trump and MAGA. I haven't seen much about militias. There aren't many militias. Because I hate to break it to you, when a bunch of right-wing extremists get together to enforce their right-wing opinions, that's not a militia. If a bunch of leftists do it, that's not a militia. If a bunch of racists get together and decide to enforce their racist opinion, that's not a militia. So they're just a bunch of armed assholes, no matter what side of the aisle they're on. Rand Paul says we shouldn't waste money studying crawdads on a treadmill. I say crawdads need the exercise. People who say shit like that don't understand why a lot of stuff is done. Studying crawdads on a treadmill today might lead to the cancer cure tomorrow. Because there's usually a reason why they'll do this. They'll be like, okay, because they'll notice something. They're like, hey, when crawdads get fatigued, they secrete this substance. It seems like whenever we find this substance in something, this cellular process doesn't actually function. And when that cellular process doesn't function, we see that cancer cells don't thrive. So they'll figure out how are they producing that stuff. So all of this stuff usually, and I'm not saying there's not ridiculous studies. There's ridiculous fucking studies. But a lot of them are for a reason. But I mean, there's some ridiculous ones, and usually the ridiculous ones are not like taxpayer funded. They're like ones that like a group at a school will do as part of their thesis, or someone at a college will do as a group of people at a college will do as a funded study. Meaning, the oil industry wanted a bunch of college kids to decide that oil actually makes you more virile if you bathe in it. That kind of shit. They're often funded by corporations, and they sound stupid because they are stupid. Active self-protection got in an argument in their comment section with a person who informed them that it's considered bad form for a channel with 2.5 million subs to beg for Patreon funds. Yeah. Well, he's making bank. I mean, making lots of money. In fact, his little speeches at the gatherings are, here's how you get rich. He's got an agent. He's got a manager and all this stuff. It's that's what it's all about to him, money. If you don't know it ain't about, if you don't know it's all about money to him, well then you're as dumb as the people who believe in QAnon. Don't judge my eye, round, and tofu. What? Just saw A Quiet Place Part 2. Thought it was a bit slower paced and not as intense as the first film. First film was pretty good. Well, I haven't seen it yet. It's only in theaters right now, isn't it? And I just don't feel like going to a theater. I'd kind of like to, because it'd be kind of nice to go to a theater. But it eats up so much of our fucking day, going to a theater. I just don't, because we got to drive an hour to it, an hour from it. We get there about a half hour early usually, and then by the time you talk to the people you came with, it's another half hour. So a 2-hour movie ends up eating 5 hours out of my day, and I don't want to give up 5 hours of my day for a 2-hour fucking movie. I think I've kept up with everything over here, but I have not been paying attention, so just allow me to scroll through. Okay, I'm fine. Are you religious or not? I've heard you say you are an atheist, but on the census it lists you as a Baptist. Well, I don't know if you're listing me. You might be looking at one of the other David M. Atkinsons, but I never ever identified as a Baptist, period. And there's lots of David M. Atkinsons. Some of them I'm related to. Yankee is an atheist that doesn't play with snakes. Not all Baptists play with snakes. A lot of Southern Baptists will. And that's what we are. My mom's family was Southern Baptist. I've been to snake handling churches many times. I've been to churches where they talk in tongues and run up and down the aisles. And because I took religious studies in college, and one of the things we would do is we would go see other. I've been to a Baha'i service, and Mormons and synagogues and everything else. Been to all kinds of difference and all kinds of weird backwoods Baptist and Methodist stuff. Methodist is kind of like, I always kind of liked Methodist, because Methodist is like, all right, we're going to start church at 10:30. It's going to be over at 11:45, and we're getting the fuck out of here, and then we're good for the week. They're not like, I was like, why can't we be Methodist? Go for church for an hour and 15 minutes on Sunday, and that's it. Not instead of doing the 6 hours basically we did on Sunday, and then doing church again on Wednesday night for 3 hours, and then doing Saturday. And I'm like, no, I don't want to do that. Adam G donated to the Pets and Vets Fund. If I can ever get my cursor to move, if you could only own one double barrel shotty, what would it be? Over or under or side by side? I want over under. I want a nice over under shotgun. But if I could only own one, it'd probably just be a side by side, because I'd probably just get a nice, basic, simple, good side by side shotgun. But I do want an over under really bad. I don't have a double barrel shotgun, period. I'd like to have one. I mean, I have shotguns, just not double barrel. Oklahoma Sooner. Oh, like a Sooner. I was like, what's that say? Spooner? What do you think the odds are of another assault weapons ban? Not high. Not high at all. The snake handling chapter are not Baptists. They are holiness or Pentecostal churches. Not always. There are Southern Baptists that believe in snake handling. I hate to break it to you. Go down in southern Mississippi, you'll find some snake handling Baptists. Well, snake handling is not really, I don't think was ever an intrinsic part of any specific denomination, just some took to it. Where am I at? The Pentecostals are. It's not where it's at. Methodist, that's where it's at if you want to be a Christian. It's like Christian light. Actually took my PC, my Ruger PC charger out and shot it this weekend for the first time after a month and a half after I bought it. It was very accurate and a lot of fun with the red dot. I bet so. They look like they'd be lots of fun. I do like snakes, though. I don't want anyone to think I don't like snakes. I think snakes are awesome. We have them all over the property here. I like my snakes. They keep the rats away. They keep everything from like bug population, everything down. So mice, rats. So I like them. I like the snakes because as much as I like mice and rats, they're mammals, and I think they're adorable. But they would overpopulate and get sickly and cause problems if they didn't have a predator. So I like the snakes and the birds eating them. You drink beer? No. Don't like alcohol. Where am I? How do you feel about Tennessee getting concealed carry with no license June 1st? I feel awesome. I think it's great. A little jealous, but I feel a little jealous. How can anyone hate snakes? Snakes are awesome. It's like people hate spiders. I'm like, spiders are fucking awesome. Why do people not like spiders? Spiders get a bad rap. Now, I don't want poisonous spiders around me. And I don't even want them around me. I don't want them in my house. That's my house. They go and get in their own house. If they get in my house, I take them outside. But I don't mind them. Now, I wouldn't want to live somewhere like Australia where every other spider kills you in 5 seconds if it bites you, and every other snake kills you. I'm happy with just watching out for copperheads and timber rattlers and all that shit. Where am I at? Leukemia Jones says, for the pets and the vets and our military. Remember, everybody, tomorrow's Memorial Day. I'm sure no one's forgotten that tomorrow's Memorial Day. I'm celebrating it by going shooting. That's the only thing I'm doing tomorrow. A lot of people confuse Veterans Day and Memorial Day. Memorial Day is not for veterans. It's for those that never came home, basically. And I always think the best way you can honor the ones that never came home is take care of the ones that did. Let's start dedicating some money from our federal government budget that goes to the military for mental health, instead of demonizing people having mental health issues in the military. And I hate to break to you, if you have mental health issues in the military, you are demonized. You are taught you are less than, that you're somehow weak. So that needs to stop. And we need to start dedicating some money during service and after service mental health care. Glade Breeze says, do you think the Texas city crime and ghetto areas crime will increase with the new open carry law? No. I don't think it will go up at all. That was Glade Breeze, by the way, who donated there. I don't see that there'll be any increase at all. Now, I bet you'll probably see a little increase, because I bet you police departments will start making sure they report every single one now that they normally didn't. Simply because they want it to look like it's more dangerous. All spiders are venomous, but most are not significant. Yeah, well, that's why I don't care if I'm just going to get a lump. That's why I said I don't like spiders. That if I'm going to die in 5 seconds, if they bite me being around me. Where was I at? I completely agree with you about the studies. I remember an anti-aging study that led to a new cancer treatments. Yeah, well, a lot of those anti-aging, they also for Alzheimer's and stuff too. Which Glock 10mm would you get, 20 or 29? 29. I don't like full-size Glocks. How deep does the money really run for gun tubers? Are they changing their politics over money? Well, there are a lot of gun tubers right now that you think are far right wingers that are as liberal as I am, but they don't play that on TV because that doesn't make money. That does not make them money. Where am I here? Dominic Cook again donated and said, My Muslim friends tend to be afraid to touch a gun for obvious reasons. Is there a better way to spread the 2A love and grow the community? I would teach Muslims that you better be prepared to defend yourself. You don't have to go around waving them around in public to everyone's like, look at the Muslim with the gun. But I'd like to be the one that had a gun if they said, hey, look, a Muslim, get them. But I wouldn't want to draw attention to myself with it. It's like if I was a black guy, I wouldn't go around waving my gun around. As a white guy, I would feel a lot safer, especially as an older white guy doing it. I'd feel a lot safer than I would. Like I feel a lot safer open carrying. That's what I always say. One of the main things about open carrying without getting hassled, the number one thing you can do is be a white middle-aged man. Because most people don't think anything of it when they see a white middle-aged man open carrying. Especially if you're dressed nice or decent at least. I never dress nice, but I'm dressed like I look like I own a washing machine. And I look like I've taken a shower in the last 3 days, because usually that's about how long it's been, probably. I'm starting to think I might be part French, because I don't like taking showers. I never have, my whole life. I mean, when I was younger, I did it all the time, every day, because one, military, I did it every day. High school did it every day, because, you're trying to get laid, and you want people to like you. Anyway, telling a teenager they stink, that just destroys them. It's like my kids when I was trying to force them to start taking baths and showers when they were like 12 and 13. I was like, you know what? It's not that big a deal for us to force them. We just need to encourage them. But the first time in gym class, one of their friends goes, man, you fucking stink. They'll start taking showers and stuff. Because that means way more to them than me saying something. Have you read the ATF proposed rule change? And if so, what do you think? Yeah, I think it's a bunch of garbage. That's what I think of most things the ATF says. Thoughts on the Resident Evil movies? Well, you need to be asking Never Enough Ammo about that. He's the big Resident Evil fan. I haven't even seen most of them. I did see the series, Nash versus the Evil Dead. I liked that. Me too. Always feel better after a shower, but still can't make myself. Yeah, I feel better after I take a shower. That's why when I do take showers, it's always at the end of my day, right before I go to bed. I'm not one of these people that I got to take a shower to wake up. No, showers as soon as I take a shower, ready to go to bed. And I like my showers lukewarm. I don't like them hot, and I definitely don't like them cold. I like them lukewarm. Just like to where it's like you gotta get used to it, like a pool kind of. And that's the way I like my showers. And I like them about every 2 to 3 days. I don't like them every day. Just too much. It's like wasted time, I think. Even though it's only like 5 minutes, I don't like it. Because I can get, like from the time I wake up till the time I walk out the door fully dressed, let's say I have to get up and shower before I get dressed, 15 to 20 minutes, I can be out of the bed, showered, dressed, and in my car wherever we're going. My family knows that if we're leaving at 9 a.m., get me up at 8:40 to 8:45. I'll jump in the shower, get dressed, and we'll go. Where are we at? In 2009, Florida legislators blew $3.4 million on a turtle crossing tunnel under Highway 27 in Tennessee. I'm okay with that. It's preserving wildlife and preserving refuges for animals and stuff. When that stuff's gone, it's fucking gone. And when it's gone, that'll be the end of humanity too. So I'm all for protecting stuff like that. Oklahoma Spooner once again said, new to your channel, like your honesty, don't agree with you on all issues, but then again, I haven't met anyone that I agree with 100%. If you meet anyone you agree with 100%, then there's probably something wrong with both of you. Or at least one of you. There's something wrong with at least one of you. My family is Southern Baptist, Pentecostal, Catholic, and Jehovah's Witnesses. I'm excommunicated by all but one aunt who's a witness. It's weird. Religious conversations get heated. Well, yeah, of course. Because the reason religious conversations get heated is because the people that believe have no basis for their argument. So it's all emotion. They can't argue reality or fact or anything like that. It's all emotion. So that's why they get heated. And people have started to Politics is now a religion. You're either devoutly conservative or devoutly liberal or devoutly left or devoutly right. So it's the same thing nowadays. Most people don't understand any of the political issues they're talking about, so it's more about opinion and emotion than anything else. When was the last time you ever saw a gun argument that was based on fact or reality? It's all emotion. Or an abortion argument that was based on reality. It's emotion. Or immigration that was based on reality. It's always emotion. Because if we sat down and had an immigration issue right now, say if the right and the left sat down together and says, how do we stop immigration without being cruel to the people that come? Well, we just say, we just got to start cracking down on the companies and the people who exploit the labor when they get here. And if we do that, if we stop saying you don't get benefits when you come here and you're not going to get hired because the companies, we've put them out of business that were hiring you, people stop coming. Except for people who really want to work to get here and have a good job when they get here, etc. Because some people come here wanting to have a good job and have better opportunities. Some people come here just wanting a free ride. Some people come here just trying to make $1 to keep their family alive, and which I sympathize with, and I'm okay with people who come over on visas during like watermelon season or apple season and work and make some money and send it home. I'm fine with that, but just coming here to live, no, not okay with that. Your thoughts on Taurus 605 357? It's a good gun. I mean, just good gun. That's basically that's my thoughts. Nice looking gun too. I sometimes like the looks of the Tauruses better than the 357 than the Smith & Wessons. What was it like living through the Clinton assault weapon ban? I wasn't old enough to be aware. I didn't care. I wasn't into ARs. I still aren't. I'm still not really. I only have 3, maybe. So I've just never been really that into ARs. So I've always been more of a revolver guy. Revolvers, lever action rifles, bolt action rifles. That's just always been more my thing. So never been really big AR guy. I'd rather have an M1A any day of the week than an AR-15 any day of the week. I'd rather have a Ruger Gun Sight Scout than an AR-15, to be honest. The ARs are there because they're there and they're effective. That gun's there because I love it. It's a different thing. Where am I at over here? How do you control your patience when listening to a good old boy or neon college kid? I don't mind a good debate. I'll tell you that right now. I think most people who know me don't mind. I don't mind stating my opinion and backing it up with what I know. And if I find out it's something I know wasn't right, I don't got any problem changing my opinion. I get a lot of slack from that for people. You wishy-washy. You said something 8 years ago, and now you changed your mind. Well, yeah, because I got new information. That's what people are supposed to do. If you don't change your mind, if you can't remember the last time you changed your opinion about something, well, then you probably aren't a very thoughtful or intelligent person. At least not thoughtful. So I don't understand that whole mindset. If someone broke into your house right now and you did not have a carry gun, on what gun in the room would you take from? What? If someone broke into your house right now and you did not have a carry gun, on what gun in the room would you take from? That's not a sentence. That's not a sentence at all. But why wouldn't I have my carry gun? I got my carry gun right here. I got another gun laying right there. But if someone broke into the house right now, I wouldn't even know it because I'm out here. Well, I'd hear the alarms. I don't know if I'd hear the alarms right now because the doors are unlocked. I can just walk right in. It's broad daylight. I would know someone came in the yard. I would hear the bong dong from the light laser sensors out on the front of the property, but I wouldn't know if it was some part of my family because I hear it when my son goes through. Well, if I've got an audible and I'm outside or something. I always have wanted to set it up to where when someone comes up our driveway, instead of just doing that bing dong thing it does, making it like turn a light on in here, like a red flashing light or something. Because then I can always go to the cameras and look and see who it is, but I usually don't bother, especially not in the daytime. At nighttime, no one ever comes up our driveway. So I never really get to see how well they work. The snake handling comes from people taking Mark 16:18 out of context. At the same time, Matthew 4:7 says, "You shall not test God." An example of which is handling deadly snakes. Well, yeah, everybody chooses what part of the Bible they want to put emphasis on. It's like the same people that will tell you the New Testament completely overrides the Old Testament, and that's not law anymore. Jesus' word is law, and blah blah blah. And then you say, well, then what about gay people? Oh, blah 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 says that thou shalt not. It's like, for one, that didn't say that, and two, that's the Old Testament. I thought that was overridden by the New Testament. Let's see here. Where are we at? Glade Breeze just did a super chat and said, I really am considering a Chiappa Rhino because I want fast follow shots. Is it the best revolver for inexperienced pistol shooter who is used to a revolver? I wouldn't say it's best for anybody unless you're recoil sensitive. If you're recoil sensitive, then yes, it's awesome for you. If you want fast follow-up shots, it's awesome for you. As far as revolvers go, probably the fastest follow-up shots of any revolver I own. Not as fast as the 5.7. That thing's damn fast for follow-ups. But it's also not quite that potent. So, not my favorite. I just don't get the people who think the 5.7 is all that. It just don't impress me. I mean, it's inferior to good 9mm in my opinion. And also, I guess if you were like, okay, I regularly shoot things at 50 to 100 yards, well, then it'd be good because it is so fast and so flat traveling that you're going to still be on target at 50 yards. You know, you don't have to adjust it all at 100 yards basically because it's still traveling flat. For that, it's good, and it's still got enough velocity to do some damage, even with the light bullet at distance. But as far as up close self-defense, I just think 9mm is far more devastating to something up close. The Mormons have some crazy beliefs back in the early days of their faith. A Mormon man eventually can become a god with his own planet. They still got crazy beliefs that they still believe. Don't think it was in the day. It's still around. They've still got some crazy stuff they believe. There is a mod giving Muslim Islam hate speech. No, what? No Muslims in the gun community. Fuck Islam. No, that would be racist to someone to say that. Although I do not like the Islamic religion at all. Period. I will be honest about that. I don't like the Islamic religion at all. I look at hateful Islamic people just like I look at hateful Christian people, and then I judge them by how far they take their hate. And if you're if you live in the Middle East, I got no love for you. Because you allow all the things that happen around you to happen. So fuck the Muslims in the Middle East. Now, I'm not going to pretend that being a Muslim here is the same as being a Muslim there. You're born in this country and you're Muslim because your family was Muslim. That's different. But still, I don't trust, like, Muslims that come to this country, I don't trust that they're always here for the right reason. I don't trust really religious people either. Like if we got an influx of white Christians from Ireland or something, or white Catholics from Ireland, I'd be like, I don't trust those motherfuckers either. Be like, they're going to blow something up. I don't like spiders because they are ugly. Same reason I don't like Joe Walsh or Alex Van Halen. Spiders ain't ugly. Spiders are kind of cute with their great big eyes and multifaceted eyes and their furry legs and stuff. Most spiders are not ugly. I just got a job at my church feeding the snakes. Finishing my coffee. It's getting a little cold. Did you see the Chipman's BS assault weapon definition? Any semi-automatic rifle that can take a detachable magazine and is .22 caliber or higher, aka nearly all semi-automatic guns in America. Yeah. That's pretty much every rifle. I mean, which ones don't take magazines that are detachable? Bolt actions, often don't take detachable. That's because they're rotary magazines. And that takes one. I can put one in that. My lever actions, of course, don't take it. They're tube fed. And then some of the definitions were even tube feds that hold more than this many rounds, like more than 4. Some of the people that little 9mm takes them. So basically, you would have lever actions and bolt actions left. Where am I at? I've lost my place. The 2A is for everyone, right? Yes, 2A is for everyone. Every American citizen. On Brass Fetcher's channel, that sounds nasty. Brass Fetchers? That sounds like something involving the ass. I don't know why, it just does. 5.7 yawled hard in ballistic gel. Decent looking energy dump. It does a fairly good energy dump, but it's all really quick. And it is supposedly, a lot of people say it tumbles in flesh. So that actually kind of lends to that belief. But kind of like my tumble upon impact 9mm ammo does. It's designed to do it. Where am I at? I'm seeing a lot of deleted stuff here. Thomas Jefferson owned a Koran. Why would that be deleted? There's no reason for that to be deleted. Thomas Jefferson did own a Koran. He also wrote his own Bible. Because he didn't like the way the regular Bible was. And actually his interpretations of the Bible are probably closer to the original interpretations. The white Englishmen loved to take stuff that, said, don't rape people and change it into, if a woman gets raped, they should kill her. Or they'll say something like, don't have sex with minors. And they'll be like, that means you can't be gay. It's just completely misrepresent and misinterpret stuff. Do you like the Beretta 1301 Tactical? If they made a gun called a Chiappa Buffalo, chambered in .454 Casull, would you be interested? Of course, I'd be interested. Will the 17-round Beretta 92 FS magazine fit flush in a standard 92 FS? Yes. Well, it fits like this. So hold on. Let me find one that's got that magazine in it. Let me find one that's got an 18-rounder or 17-rounder in it. That's not it. Why does that have a 10-round magazine in it? I don't know why the fuck that had that in there. That is a 40. I don't want to look at that. Where's my 9? Here's a 9. That's not one. I know I've got one of these goddamn guns. That's why you're out of it. God damn it. Which fucking gun is it in? Wait, this is the 96, so it ain't in there. There's another 96. Why is there no magazine in that one? Why do I got only 10-round magazines on some of these guns? What happened with this? Ah, here we go. There's one. You do have a little foot on it, but I mean it fits flush, but it's got a little foot. And if you've got the mag guide on it, it looks perfect because it's about down to the same height. I knew I had another one up here somewhere. I don't know where the fuck it went. What's your favorite speed loader? I prefer Safari Land Comp Series, but I hear good things about the 5-star ones. 5-star ones, HKSs are nice, but you got to twist them. I prefer the Safari Land, even though they're all plastic mostly, because you just push them in. You don't got to twist anything. So you don't have to be able to have that dexterity to push, to twist. Have the gun, you got to have that cylinder held to where you can twist and the cylinder doesn't just twist with it. So I like the Safari Lands that you just push in. Someone said missed my super chat. Hold on. I got to go up and get that. Then we're done. We're out of time for today. I just realized it. I probably spent all the last of the time looking on that shelf over there for the right magazine. Let's see. I'm panning up. Glade Breeze, any news on Chiappa Rhino 44 mag? Well, nothing new, but, they've done nothing for a long time. It was like that company was just completely shut down. So I'm sure anything that was going on has been delayed. It is going to be a while before you see anything in a 44 mag anyway, because they just now testing the steel frames and stuff in the 357s and put that out. So it'll be a while. I'd say a year or two. E-Honda is live, everybody. Go on over to E-Honda. Mr. FNH just put the link into E-Honda. So everyone, if you want to have some more chat, especially if you want to have some crazy person chat, go on over there. I'm trying to pan them, make sure I didn't miss anything here in the last minute or so, but I don't see much. But thanks everybody for coming today. I do appreciate it. I'll see you again tomorrow at 5 p.m. Pacific time. 5 p.m. Pacific time, and I got to start on time tomorrow because I promised my son that as soon as I get out of the chat at 6, we'll go on a motorcycle ride down to his school and back. So got to be in and out tomorrow. So I'll see you 5 p.m. Pacific time tomorrow, which is Memorial Day. Wait, should we even do a chat tomorrow? Because will there be anybody around on Memorial Day, or will everybody be busy? What do you think? Y for yes, N for no for a chat on Memorial Day? I don't know if Never Enough Ammo's doing his or not. So I don't know. Chat on Memorial Day or not. I don't want anybody responding. I think people are starting to bail out. Yeah, we're down to 300 people. People start bailing. I've already lost a quarter of the audience. Let's see. Yes, 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 no, yes, 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 chat. Yes, yes, yes. How many no's were there? There was only one no out of all the ones that did respond. Well, okay, we'll do one tomorrow. I got nothing else to do anyway. So, but thanks everyone for. A lot of people like to listen to it when they're working. So I guess some people will be working, and some people like to listen to it the next day when they're going to work or something. So we'll do it. Was that another no or was that a yes? That's yes, yes, yes. 69, of course, and then someone, of course, put P, which doesn't mean anything. So I guess we will do one tomorrow. So I'll see you all tomorrow, 5 p.m. Pacific time. And until then, I'll talk to you later. Everyone go over to E-Honda's chat on UFOs.